G'day everyone and welcome to a brand new video. Today we are going to be doing something a little bit more different than what I usually do with big room techno and all of that. Today I decided that I'm going to try for a little bit of melodic techno, so something not too far away from big room but a little bit more underground, a little bit more of a chill vibe, if you want to call melodic techno chill, but yeah, something along the lines of that. So we'll see how we go. Hopefully everyone will be able to learn something from it and pick up something new. I haven't made melodic techno in a hot minute, but yeah, it should be good fun. Hopefully everyone will enjoy it, and hopefully we can create a really cool melodic techno tune at the end. But if you don't know already, I have a Patreon. The link will be down below. I release exclusive mashups, also going to release exclusive remixes. Some of them release, some of them aren't. Also exclusive sample packs, demo feedback, Zoom sessions, you name it. I probably have it. But anyway, that's enough of me talking. Let's get straight into the video. So melodic techno is really anywhere from 125 to 128. But I want to make it a little bit more main stage feel, so I'm going to push it to 128. I don't think it's going to be as like dark and aggressive as what some people may think of it as it is, but I'm just going to try something and we'll see what happens. But for most of this, I'm going to use the Vengeance Melodic Techno pack. So yeah, this should be good. But what we want to kind of start with is like a punchy kick. So we'll have a look through here and see what we have. It's a nice kick. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna cut the tail of it because we're gonna bring in a bass, like a sub layer, and we don't want that to clash. So let's see how this sounds. Pretty cool. There's a couple ugly frequencies, so we'll get rid of them. Like that real, I don't even know where that is, but there's some. Let's roll with that. And then what we want to do is we want to bring in a bass line, and usually melodic techno is rolling bass lines. And so what we're going to use is we're going to go through the new Seven Skies pack, which is all like melodic techno stuff for Serum 2. So hopefully we'll have some cool stuff in here. Whoa. That's cool. Wow. Okay. Let's roll with that. We'll drop it. We'll think G sounded pretty dark. Let's go with G. That could even just be the drop in itself. But yeah, we'll sidechain it to the kick. I'm just going to bring the cutoff down a bit. I don't like this kick. That one might be nicer. It's just really weird. It sounds like a laser kick. I thought I would have liked it, but no. Yeah, it's much better. Just something clean. Don't need to be overcomplicated. That's really cool. I want to see if I can, maybe I'll get rid of all the high end. That's going to be like our mid bass, I think. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have a sub doing like a rolling bass just because I think that's a really, or we might just keep it 4 on the floor, like proper, like big room. I think that's what we're gonna do. What I do for that is that I go into another Vengeance pack, either any of the EDM Essentials, we go EDM Essentials 2, go into bass drums, tonal kicks, and we'll find one that's pretty cool. What I'm going to do is just go to all the highs. And there we have our bass line. Just going to add a top kick just for a little bit more click. And we have cool little kick and bass here. I'm just going to add a little bit of thermal to this mid bass, make it stand out a bit more. Just make it a bit more. Just gives it a little bit more presence. It just makes it feel a little bit more like heavier as well. Alright, so now we're going to get onto some of the leads. Now the secret to melodic techno leads are to keep it quite simple, but you want to do like all automations and change it up. Wow, okay, sorry to everyone that would have hurt, but let's see what we have. That'll be good for little parts in the drop. Let's just add that in, I reckon, here. I don't know if it will be long enough. Perfect. And we'll sidechain that to the kick as well. I'm going to take off the high end as well. Make it wider just to fill out. That's cool. This could be interesting. And we're going to use the pitch just to change it up. And what we're going to have to do to make this sound really cool is we're going to have to put all kinds of randomness on it. Where to begin? Let's try a bigger file. Did exactly what I wanted it to do. I'm going to add a reverb as well. don't want it to be the exact same the second time, so I want to try and make it go ba 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 la la la. Exactly like how I did that. I think that works. Hold on, I'm gonna try something here. Don't know what's... I think those hits there will be much better. It's like a completely different sound. Like I'm thinking like a real, like just heavy bass load. Let's see what we can find. Let's see if we can quickly... want to really just make it just, I can't even think of the word, but just like that. So what we'll do is we're going to play this at the start. Oops, I did it the wrong way. Very cool. What we're gonna have to find... Actually, we'll go drums first before we do vocals. So before the drum hits, I'm gonna have like this massive just reverb clap. So I'm just gonna find any, we'll just take one from here, it doesn't really matter. That's nice. We'll just drown it in reverb. Take away some of the high end too. Add like a EQ automation for the kick, so in where there'd be like a little fill, we'll just keep the bass going. bring in some hats. So have one hat, another hat like that, just to fill out the frequency spectrum a little bit more. We'll add like a downlift or two. I like that should work. You don't want it too loud. We'll bring that clap for like the middle part of the fill too. And we'll bring a little pre-shift clap too, if I can find one that I like. That one's pretty solid. And we'll bring in some rolling hats too, which I'm actually probably going to do manually. Actually, no. And we'll go with that as the drop. Pretty basic, but it's all sound design and just changing things up and making sure like you pick good quality sounds before. But what we're going to do is we're going to add in a little breakdown as well. So I'm going to try and find a keel vocal. I'm going to try and find a cool vocal, and I will be back with you guys in a second. So I have found a vocal. It's from a website called Vocalfy. They got they got heaps of vocals over there. Yeah, some of them are really cool. Some of them a bit how you're going, but most of them are pretty cool. So I just have this vocal here.
Every day it's the same old problem in my head going round and round. All my issues, you said you'd solve them. Here I am laying on the ground. Tell me what you want, tell me what you need. But
the original vocal was in F minor, so I've pitched it up 2 to make sure it's in G minor, which is what we're in. We're going to add a lovely respace, and let's create a cool progression. Whoops.
every day it's the same old problem in my head going round and round. All my issues, you said you'd solve them. Here I am laying on the ground. Tell me what you want, tell me what you need, but I know it's the same old thing. You keep playing games, it's clear to see. You and me, we cannot be.
That's pretty cool. It's going to add a bit of reverb just for the end part here, just because it goes into like the chorus of this version, but I didn't like it, so I'm just going to add in a little reverb as well.
We cannot be.
And also I forgot to mention what I did with this atmosphere is that I took this part, just this B, looped it here, put a reverb on it, EQ as well, just to remove lows and the highs because we want it to be atmosphere, we don't want it to take away from the main thing. And so yeah, that's in there. We're gonna add some nice pads now. Hopefully we can find some cool ones.
Every day.
Don't like it.
Here I am laying on the ground. Tell me what you want.
Pretty standard pad, but it does the job.
Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need, but I know it's the same old thing. You keep playing.
Gonna add in a little like old school vocal gate.
Tell me what you need, but I know it's the same old thing. You keep playing games, it's clear to see. You and me, we cannot be.
What I'd like to do here, I think, will be just make it a complete just standstill.
You and me, we cannot be.
And I'm going to use two different types of sweeps. I'm going to use my main sweep that I basically use in every single track. Can't go wrong with this one. That's going to be the lead in into like the pre-lead build kind of thing. And then my other one I'm going to use is going to be one of Trey Pierce's impacts. If I can find it. No, yeah, that one. And we'll also bring in a sweep transition just to fill out that high end a little bit more and make it a lot more smoother. I'm going to add in some uplifters. One like that would be cool. Add in one more riser. And that'll be cool, just because I didn't want it to be too aggressive. Alrighty, I think we have a finished track here. It's pretty simple, but simple can be effective. And I think that's the case with this track that we've made here. But anyway, we're going to have a final playthrough. I might finish it, I might not, but yeah, let me know what you think of it in the comments and what your favorite part of it was. And yeah, here's the final playthrough of my take on trying to make melodic techno.
Every day it's the same old problem in my head, going round and round. All my issues, you said you'd solve them. Here I am laying on